You think if Alabama wasn't playing very well, they would have shut down the season as well?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I think because they're on such a hot streak with their wins.
Well, it has been proven that that's what they care about. I get all the legal, the lack of legal ramifications, but Nick Saban talks a whole lot about being accountable for your actions, and it doesn't appear that Brandon Miller has been accountable for his actions.
Yeah, Nick Saban's players have been
right
caught.
And then, well, his players, the same thing. He's had players off the field, out of town, on the field, right? Jermaine Burton had an issue against Tennessee, didn't do anything. So there seems to be a lot of talk and not a lot of action. That we need to be accountable, and we don't see the accountability.
I think they need to have meetings every week with each other.
I think they do. Who do you think should have meetings every week?
Every team.
I mean, I think they do.
Yeah, but like if you're going through something, I feel like you need to talk to your coach.
Well, that's the problem. We're not sure if Brandon Miller talked to the coach.
Do what the Illinois point guard did.
Right. He was there too. Yeah. Bradley. Now what was how much was Miami up by? Like 23 points at half? Something like that?
20 or something, yeah.
That was crazy.
And they blew it.
I mean, but they blew it fast, right? This was
they blow it in like 5 minutes?
Yeah, but at halftime, it was a 23-point game. 54-31, right? So you take, a lot of times you hear these teams, well, they come all the way back and they tie it up, but they run out of gas, right? And so they don't, or they get back within a couple and they run out of gas. But that's not what happened in this ball game. It was, again, 54-31 to begin the second half. Let's go to the 10-minute mark. They've already cut it by half, 68-59. And it was, they got it to 68-66 with the 7-minute mark. So it took them all of 13 minutes to like erase the whole lead from 23 down to 2.
Weren't they at home too?
I think they were at home. Yeah, they were in Coral Gables. That's right.
It would be kind of different if they're away, but your home turf, you got to keep that lead.
Yeah, let's see what they did free throw wise. Did they miss free throws? They didn't take that many free throws. Neither team did. Miami was 8 of 11 and Florida State 12 of 14. But obviously Miami just went cold. I don't see the total turnovers was 12 to 11. Again, maybe they just went cold in the second half. They only scored 30 points in the second half. So not a great job there.
Miami was up like 12 or something against Louisville, and we cut that lead to like 3 or something.
Oh, yeah? So Miami has a tendency to do that, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
I know a couple other teams that do too.
All right. And then Hawkeyes made 17 of 36 3-pointers in regulation, but didn't attempt one in overtime. Is that true, Sammooo? Is that correct? Wow.
Yes. I would think they would keep shooting.
You would have thought, like I saw the thing that I have had here with South Alabama is that they are very good about getting the ball in the paint and then kicking it out to 3-pointers who always seem to be wide open to the 3-point shooters. But the second time around, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns did a much better job of extending the defense, pressuring the ball, coming away with live ball turnovers, not like having it being tipped out of bounds, having it being tipped near midcourt and coming away with a steal. They may have had 8 to 10 points on live ball turnovers, and when you lose by 10, that's the ball game. And so that was the big difference there. And so maybe did Michigan State? I didn't really watch the overtime. Although I did watch the way that Michigan State blew the ball game. Did Michigan State extend the defense at the end of in overtime? Did you watch
I think
overtime?
they went into a full court trap, I believe,
Okay.
or
Well, that'll leave
something
3-point.
like that.
That could leave 3-point shooters open. So this is the final week of the regular season, right?
Yes.
So do we know, who do you think is going to be the number one seeds in the NCAA? Do you think it's going to be, just the top teams right now?
Well, Houston's definitely going to be up there.
So, I mean, you got Houston, Alabama, Kansas seem to be pretty well set as number one seeds. Then you have UCLA, Purdue, Marquette. Maybe it all depends on who wins and loses. But I'd be shocked if Houston, Alabama, and Kansas were not number one seeds. Then we don't know who the fourth seed is going to be. That could be anybody.
That could be, it could be anyone.
Well, I mean, if UCLA wins, it could be them. If Purdue wins the Big Ten, it could be them, right? These teams, none of these teams are playing each other, right? Marquette, it could be them, right? I mean, Arizona could play UCLA, right? Mm-hmm. And I guess Baylor could end up playing Kansas, so they would play each other. Texas could play Kansas, right? I don't think it'll be Gonzaga, and then we're kind of going down with teams that have one too many losses. So, all right. So that crazy weekend of college basketball. And then we all went to bed on the East Coast, and someone scored a bunch of points in the NBA last night there, Sammooo.
Damian Lillard.
How many?
71.
My goodness. Team record, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
How many threes? Did you see how many threes?
I think 13 threes.
If you could hit 13 threes against Uncle D, you may be able to win a game or two, but you can't hit 13 threes against the Uncle D.
He almost beat the record.
What is the record?
14.
Is it?
15. It's by Klay Thompson, but
it is by Klay Thompson?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So that is episode numero uno of the Sammooo Show. Anything else to add?
Louisville is going to win.
What's that?
Louisville is going to win the national championship in 6 years.
In what?
Basketball.
In 6 years.
In football next year.
You're going to be in graduate school when they win a national championship.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
By the way, Louisville will be going on.
What's that?
And the Sammooo Show will be going on.
Will be going on. Just to let you know, Louisville in Baseball America was ranked 4th in baseball.
Yes, and we took our anger out and won 14-3 or something like that.
All right. We'll start paying attention to Louisville baseball because they're pretty good.
That's our only good sport.
That'll work. Louisville ain't good in softball? I don't know.
I don't know
that. We'll check that out for next time. All right, we will be doing one episode or so a week of the Sammooo Show. Thank you so much for your time there, Sammooo.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Please leave some comments, and we can discuss things that you guys want us to do. But mostly, what are the topics that you think we will be discussing on the show most of the time there, Sam?
Well, March is coming up.
Okay.
March Madness.
Right. So basketball.
We're also going to do football when it comes up. Spring
football is starting.
Spring football.
Do we know who Louisville's quarterback is going to be?
It's probably going to be Jack Plummer, but it's going to be a battle.
Competition.
In practice.
All right. Well, we'll check that out. Auburn's spring football started on Monday today. So we'll see when the others are starting to kick off. All right. Thanks very much for your time, Sammooo. And we will talk to you again soon. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.